The DJI Mavic 4 Pro finally launched, and I've been following months, months ago with all the leaks that have been floating around Twitter X and all over the place. But they finally launched it, and it's out. But is it out? I mean, is it ready? I don't know. People don't know. Where is it? How do I find it? Can I use it? Um, I think that, to be honest, this has been DJI's worst launch of a drone product ever. I'm sorry to say it, but it's very true. I've been following and getting drones from DJI from almost the beginning, and this has been the worst launch ever by the company. Again, there's been some things that are involved because of the just the availability and the pricing, but in overall, the leaks, the demonstration of the product before it even launches months ahead of its time. It's just I don't know if I can say credibility, but it just loses a lot of its value in the sense of excitement. There's no more excitement in the product. It's cookie cutting concepts, uh, not much excitement towards what's new, and there's really nothing also new to show or to provide. There was a time when the Mavic did have a an excitement factor because there was little elements, actually not little but huge elements that would participate in each of the launches. So it would make it interesting, it would make it driving, it would make it exciting, it would make it innovative to go and and wait and see what DJI is about to release for these drones, specifically the Mavic. But now I just don't see that. If you're just like getting involved with DJI's market for the first time in the last year, maybe. But if you're coming from the beginning, it's not there anymore. So it finally launched officially after all the leaks. The leaks completely delivered everything. Uh, Everything that's now official was already released. So nothing new. Even in the when they were going to notify when the launch was going to happen, when they put the date, they actually showed they usually don't show the drone. They'll show little pieces of the drone to get you excited. But because everything was just unofficially released and leaked by people that I don't know if they're from the inside or these people that sign these contracts and then just say whatever, fuck it, I'm just gonna release it, I'm gonna leak it, and then whatever happens. They had to post an image of the actual drone showing it because by that time it just made sense to show it because it was out. It looks like they can't control that, or they're having a hard problem controlling the leakage of people getting the product out before it launches, or I don't know, maybe this is like some internal thing that they just rather you know, have it leaked. It's the new marketing thing. So the leak just doesn't add any value or excitement anymore. I think the leak is the new influencer style marketing. So if they're going to continue leaking, then just let's go full throttle. And I even suggested that they should, for the next version of the drone, the Mavic 5, to start leaking right now, but officially go inside and show like the concept, like the brainstorming and all this inside the conference rooms, and show us like what you're thinking right now, because you're about to you should I mean they should start brainstorming the new product. Maybe they already have it. So I would like to see a an inside job kind of documentary of how they get to the number 5. So there's no more leakage, and there's no more and then there's like an overall nice launch at the end, which would be really nice to have to see everything. So the drone has a. I mean, I don't want to go through this because it's like a million videos on YouTube describing. I don't even have it. I don't plan on getting it. Um, the previous version is enough, and there are some little things here that for me I think are valuable, and those are the O4 transmission system. So it's the DJI O4 Plus that provides 30 or 40 kilometers of range at a 10-bit HDR video transmission. So for me right now, where I am, that is very valuable. So out of all the things, the O4 Plus for me is the only driving factor for this drone. Everything else I really don't care. Maybe the battery life, but it doesn't really add anything more than it says 51-minute flight time on paper, but it's probably like 40 minutes. The Mavic 3 gets 35, 32. So and then as the batteries start deteriorating, it starts dropping in flight time. The other thing is, because all the drones have different batteries, you end up buying a package of batteries, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 batteries. These batteries cost like 200 to 250 USD. That this is something that people probably don't see, but the purchase of the battery adds a tremendous amount of value on top of the purchase. So if you're getting the Flight More combo, which is their kind of like price thing, sell point, you get 3 more batteries. But I just don't feel like repackaging an entire family of batteries again, and for me that's just a hard pass. But like I said, the O4 Plus I think is a big thing. The camera, I don't see anything like the 3 cameras. It's the same as the Mavic 3 Pro. Little tiny improvements. The spinning of the gimbal, I don't really care. I mean, you could just do that in post, the spinning. It's a little feature they added for the new people that probably get it now, or just to mess around with the spin factor. But that will quickly die very, very fast as people start getting bored of just twisting and turning this gimbal. I kind of predict that this gimbal will eventually somehow break, because there's just too many moving parts in the gimbal because of the rotation and the tilting. And so maybe I would give it 3 to 5 months until we start noticing maybe defects or breakage, or maybe locking of the gimbal. So for me, like, just moving that thing around too many times, like, or everywhere, just too many moving parts, I'm not too much of a fan. I like photography. It does have a 100 megapixel sensor, so yeah, whatever. I mean, but not a tiny huge of a difference in photography. Video, I guess, is fine. I don't shoot too much video. It's got the 4K 120 frames slow motion. Wow. And then the big factor right now is the 6K 60 frames. Wow. But again, it's nothing that drives you to it. There's no wow factor anymore. The overall design of this new drone is absolutely hideous. It's ugly. It looks like somebody watered a mini 4, and then it just enlarged, and then they just threw this helmet in front of it. Um, it the body to leg ratio is just weird. It looks like the legs will eventually break off very easily. They're just too thin. It looks very flimsy. Looks very cheap. There's the rotating. Like I said, it's just these little shots that you could just rotate yourself. I mean, I can have like millions of footages of all the drones I shot. I can do the same exact shot right now with all the footage. I don't have to use the spinning of the gimbal. But it's just it's another thing added by DJI. It's fine. It's got the LiDAR, so for night flying you can see more. It sees more of the obstacle avoidance, which is great. A lot of people, you don't want these things crashing, right? Like, especially you can see the legs are so thin and tiny. If it hits a tree, this thing will probably break into a million pieces. So hopefully this LiDAR thing will help people navigate. They don't have to worry about crashing. Tracking, it's got all that stuff. Nothing new. And the new remote. This is the new thing. If you're into the RC Pro, I have the RC Pro 2. I use it a lot for broadcasting, and for me, it's a big thing. So the new remote would be the other thing that would kind of activate me to see what is out there. But this remote doesn't really say much. I mean, it's not new technologies. This was introduced in the Phantom 4 Pro with the pop-up screen. It's the same thing. The remote looks cheap. It's gray. I like the more black remote that looks more professional and exclusive. It's beefier. This looks cheap and thin. It looks very empty. It doesn't really have any like holding. It looks like you kind of grab it and it might fall off. I don't like how the antennas are flipped downwards and they stick out, so then the remote can kind of lean on a table like in an inclined version. I feel like the antennas are going to start getting scratched. I put it on the ground. I put it on rocks. This thing doesn't have much of like exclusivity or protection. If you don't put in a screensaver on that screen, it's going to get scratched. I already have mine scratched, so yeah. For a real world usage, power user, real world, this remote is going to get destroyed. I don't see it as a very like that screen popping up is I just see the hinge getting locked, bent, eventually broken in some instances. It's too sensitive, too, I don't know. Again, another piece that has too many moving parts. So I don't know. The little tiny cool thing that they added was, which again, it's another little piece, but the sticks, the little the thumb sticks are not screwed in anymore. Where I have to screw mine in to get more just flat surface. These are fixed and then they bent inside when you bring the screen down. Great, whatever, but not a big deal. Let me see what else here. Oh, so it opens when you open it up. When you unfold it, it automatically turns on. I've heard that. So for the remote and then the drone, as soon as you flip the legs and open up the screen, there is no like turn power on kind of thing. They made it where you can now fold it out and then it turns on. I get it. It's faster, but I've already heard reports that these things, when you fold them back to turn them off, they turn back on. So there's like glitch. So let's say you fold it back in, you want to turn it off, you think it's off, and then you put it in the bag and it's on, and then it's in the bag, it's closed, it's heating up. I don't know. I feel like it's just you should be able to turn it off. So again, another feature, great. New power charging hub, which is great. Faster battery charging, which is, you need it. And like I said, the battery life, it says 51 minutes of flight time, but I think it's still too low. I think it should be at least an hour and a half. Maybe an hour and a half is too much. At least an hour minimum, but not on paper. Actual flight time with real environments. So on paper, 120. You know, and then I don't know. I guess 60 in the real world, but it's just battery life is important. I mean, it's not getting any better. It's slowly getting better, and these things come out every, I don't know what, 2 3 years. So, anyways, that's about it. I mean, there's nothing really else that I care about this drone. And like I said, it's ugly. I don't like it. Horrible design. I get it. Maybe they have to do it this way because of whatever they put on it. But one of the ugliest versions of the Mavic, the Hasselblad Mavic, and just looks cheap. Looks like an updated Mini. You know, I don't like it at all. And again, and then as far as the launch and the availability, it's not even available in the U.S. It's they're trying to figure out how much they're going to charge. There's like an article here where they were saying that DJI restricted U.S. sales for its Mavic 4 Pro drone, but some retailers didn't get the memo. Apparently, they smuggled some in. I mean, horrible logistical, or I don't know what it is, but I think that the plateau has already passed for this product, for DJI's drones, and they're trying to continue. They have to maintain some sort of existence, and I don't see it anymore. But they have to create something. So the DJI drone is not available in the U.S., but some retailers, I guess, they smuggle it in, or DJI sent a few units over to some store retailers, and they were able to sell it somehow. B&H in New York City had it. Who else? Adorama. I think it's in New York City as well. Here's a tweet from DJI Fifth Avenue. So this is I guess the retailer store in Fifth Ave, New York City, Manhattan. And it says, it's here, but not for long. The new DJI Mavic 4 Pro is now available exclusively at DJI Fifth Avenue store. And they give you the excitement, but it's not limited stock, first come, first served. I mean, like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, this is not a limited stock, first come, first served. I mean, that's not. It's horrible launch, horrible release, availability, pricing. They're saying it's going for. So just the Mavic 4 Pro is $2,699. The Mavic 4 Pro with Fly More combo retails at $3,549, and the Creator combo, so there's 3 versions, will set you back $4,649. But again, it's still not available. These are prices, I guess, that are they're selling it for at these stores, but nothing official. I mean, in a way, everything has not been official. It's been unofficial. It's been really bad, and I don't know. People have it. Yay, congratulations. But it's one of the worst launches ever for DJI. I'm really disappointed in what happened and what they did, but I guess that's all they could do for this specific drone. And yeah, I mean, this is it. This is the final drone at the moment. It's the DJI Mavic 4 Pro, and hopefully, if you're in the States, you can get yours whenever it's available. It could be I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 months until it comes out. I heard you could go to Canada and get it, and I heard you can go to Mexico and get it if you're in the northmost part of the U.S. or the south. Otherwise, I know I think it's available in Europe as well. So if you're flying to Europe in the summer for a vacation, you could probably smuggle one in. Otherwise, yeah, just wait. But um, it's not a to be honest with you, it's not something to be rushed at all. This thing, I would wait until all the bugs are out. They start finding out what's wrong with it. That's always the first. And I feel like this drone is going to have a tremendous amount of defaults, difficulties, and bugs, and just new little things people are going to start finding that are going to lead to perhaps a recall. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Um, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. I want to just jump on and see, just talk about this drone that just feel personally feel it's a disaster, and at the end, but it's the latest, the greatest, right? So that's all we have. So let me know what you think.